Hi, I am Tuxedo Mask Darian here, and today I'm gonna talk about, this one thing that always comes up. Well, it's not bad or anything, but everyone always asks is, oh well, they always ask, they go, why you never became a YouTube mate? Now, keep in mind that being a YouTube mate means more than one things. Well, on YouTube it refers to a fairway that has gets business wises and and stuff. Well, okay, yeah, refers to a business mate who is a freelancer or a free worker whose YouTube fairway is their business. So they're gonna get business wises on their film. They're gonna make income through that. And a bunch of other things. Now, keep in mind that that was never ever one of our goals. It never was. Now, some folks they come on YouTube and that's their goal. Well, it never was our goal. All right. There's this where some stuff is just never gonna work. It was never ever gonna work out. Now, you had to have I don't know, a lot of followers. You had to have a lot of watching and looking on your films. And even though you might have a lot in one, you might not have a lot in the other. So somehow you have to have the right track of followers and looking and watching. Which us, that's never going to happen. And all the time, YouTube always does shift how many followers you have to have or how many watching you have to have. Two, you two, then that is income that's tollable. Yes, all YouTube mates who make whatever kind of income they're making, or trade worth or gold, that's tollable. So now they're answerable to have to give that toll to the land leadership, the Irk leadership, the earldom leadership, and the near leadership. You know, since they are not a worker, they're not having it taken out. So they gotta do it themselves. And we never wanted to, Dwayne never wanted to be on any kind of, you know, toll at all. And I know that made a lot of the haters out there mad that he didn't want to be on any kind of toll reckoning or bookkeeping or whatever you want to call it. And to the oversight, and keep in mind, there are the YouTube mateship oversight is not the same thing as a YouTube followership oversight, even though a lot of the oversights do overlap between each other. But at the same time, you could be in good standing with YouTube followership oversight and a YouTube oversight of business, and somehow, some way, not being the oversight for YouTube mateship. You had to have all your stuff looked at. And I don't mean like, someone at YouTube has to look at your films to make sure that your films are following followership oversight, ownership law, YouTube followers of oversight of business, and many other oversights. And sometimes you're asking for a mistake to happen, and all it takes is like a warning and 3 strikes, so never really wanted to have our stuff looked at, and then always be thinking, well, is this going to be seen wrong? Is this going to be seen wrong? And then another thing is, as far as going to the Google Adsense, or they want to call it, everyone says, oh, it's smooth, they walk you through it. Well, they don't walk you through it. And do you really want to go through all of that? And then always have to think in the back of your mind, I sure hope they don't take it away from me for whatever grounds that someone from the Google AdSense team thinks, oh, something's not right, and then you lose your Google AdSense. So I really want to go through all that, being frightened about that. I'm already always thinking about, do I really want to have that on top of another thing to be frightened about when I'm on YouTube? So, yeah, those are some grounds to why YouTube mateship, or whatever you want to call it, is not going to be good enough. That never was our goal. And I know that makes some folks on YouTube mad. The haters, because all the haters, that's what they work, because some folks, that's what they work for. And that's their business, and good for them. But at the end of the day, that was never one of our goals. Our Fairway was never going to meet any of the oversights that they put out. Yes, we were in good standing with followership oversight and ownership law and YouTube oversight, but that didn't mean nothing. We were never going to have enough followers. We were never going to have enough watching and looking, And even if we had all that stuff, it was either going to be told, yes, you're in, or no, you're not. And then always happen to always be thinking, oh, I sure hope they don't see this film as being bad. Or I sure hope that the Google AdSense team doesn't think I'm doing anything wrong with my Google AdSense. So, and then thinking, oh shit, and then having to think, then being all thinking, when am I gonna get my toll sheet? And then I gotta go and have that toll taken out since it's not been taken out. Do you want to go for all that? No. So that's why YouTube mateship, might have a lot of upsides to it. If it's a kind of job, and we don't want anything to do with that. Dwayne wants nothing to do with that. We'll make a whole film talking about that too, and that might make some of the haters mad. Oh well. Anyway, that's it. I am Tuxedo Masterian, and I hope you like this film.